Gather round, it's Mega Podcast 2000!
Hey there, hi there, welcome to the show's Mega Podcast 2K, the hottest pod in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Seth, sitting across from Dana.
Doing my best Griselda.
Amazing ad-libs. Amazing. We are doing our thing. Dana's video is dropping soon. I imagine, right?
Yeah. I just showed him the final version of it.
Yeah.
So, how many swipes are you giving the music video? Oh, nice! I loved all that. Yeah, no, fuck yeah.
The video looks great.
Hell yeah.
The
Shout
young
out to
man,
Patrick Roger.
ATL
ATL native. Y'all look him up.
at Patrick Rogers.
Yeah, just said that's really his name. Yeah, on IG too.
I'm sure. I mean, we can post it on the pod thing too.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
You know, get all the exposure.
Mm-hmm.
Again, people are continuing to listen, and we're growing. I do like that.
Maybe we'll get him to do like a short little something of us, a little commercial or something. You know what I'm saying?
Could
You know,
we could do our own.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got this. We could do our own. I would love to do a commercial.
like a
actually.
short little something.
That would be fun. But the video looks great. And I was telling you, I feel like it enhances like the music. It enhances you and he did just a great job, and it just looks profesh.
It really does. Yeah.
You look cool as fuck.
Thank you.
The setting looks really interesting. Everybody's gonna be like, "Where the fuck is that?"
Right. Sorry, I'm turning my phone down.
Yeah, he did a good job.
He really did.
and
I
we'll
don't know what else, enough accolades to give him. He's young. He's a up and coming black artist. Like, support. I didn't even know when I was looking for him that it just happened to be this guy that's from Atlanta and does a lot of good work in the hometown area. So it was perfect. I get to support someone else. You know, it was great.
Hell yeah, it's the
And the location, again, it was like,
yeah, the
it's just fire.
location. There was just so many different places because the stairs I didn't even see. There's a part with stairs. And I thought y'all were gonna do it on the bleachers or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. That location's crazy.
the Joker scene, and that was his idea. And it was funny because when he said it, I was like, "That's my boy's favorite."
Yeah. No, it
Dude.
looks really good. And he even did some kind of like visual effects. Looks great. Titles look great. Good job.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Congrats. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Anything going on? Anything crazy happening in the city?
Yeah, new bill ban booting in Atlanta, Georgia. I know you saw that on the Scoopy Scoop.
I did.
That shit's lit. You mean people get booted around here?
So yeah,
Half Atlanta Scoop is boots on their shit.
Boots,
and window break-ins. Like, that's what you
100%.
Cars on fire, boots, window break-ins.
I feel like
And food spots.
It's always so ironic how beautiful the like street sidewalk looks from the broken glass. Like if you walk down Highland, you literally go 2 blocks from Stew, and it's just like glimmering, and you get close, you're like, oh, that's a broken window.
Yeah.
Like they shattered the fuck out of it. They have like these little poppers.
Yeah. Remember I told you home dude?
Yeah,
the guy
he had it on him.
him.
That and a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested. I mean,
It's stupid. Like,
well, the boot thing,
It's
though,
stupid.
is going to be like, okay, I guess a lot of people are just going to, they'll send them to creditors.
well, the thing that I like, someone said it in the comment was like, you're booting some car that's not supposed to be there, but then you just boot it. So now it's just ultimately there because you just booted it. So what the fuck sense does that make? So I agree with
what's
that
the
logic.
alternative? Are they
Send
going
a
to
ticket, a
tow?
parking ticket like most Detroit, New York, and whatever you do. You know what I'm saying?
But usually a boot comes after like 3 tickets or something, right?
I've seen people get booted just for being in the wrong area. Just like, oh, you're not supposed to be your boot.
Oh,
like,
you know
that's
what?
it. Like,
You're
you know
right.
what I mean? Like,
You're right.
It's wrong. Like, I hate that shit. That's the one thing about Atlanta that I cannot stand is boots.
These boots.
They're fucking horrible. I don't know if you've ever got booted before. Have you? I have.
No.
I have that shit once, and that would never happen again. And I was like, nah. But now you see Georgians are innovative. They're like figuring a way to break them out. I've seen people drive like Georgians are not going to let that shit last. Like you put something to deter an ATL alien or a Georgian, they're going to figure a way around it. Yeah. Sooner or later. Like I've seen people just break them off, take off their tire, put on a whole nother tire, like just goes to every end and be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. One of my friends, we were at like a little house party in apartments, and we were in the visitor spots, kind of like at your place, and he got a boot. We didn't know you had to pay.
You know what I'm saying? It's stupid.
Straight to boot, yeah.
And they're right around the corner, so when you call them, they're like, "Oh yeah, here you go." And you're like,
Yeah. $200.
"Yeah."
Yeah. I just feel like no one's gonna pay, but I don't care.
Well,
either.
when they
Fuck
boot
'em.
it, you have to pay. They come, so you never been booted, so they literally have to come. Like if you want your car, there's a number and everything. They come right back, take the boot off.
No, that's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
Without the consequence, though, it's just gonna be like, all right, fuck it.
Well, I think there's plenty of ways to do it. I mean, you write a ticket, like you see Detroit parking ticket wars. You get a collective of tickets. That shit, you going to jail, bro. Like, like eventually it gets caught up. It gets caught up. You're just not gonna roll around without paying tickets.
In Pond City Market, it's where I work out. It's the fucking ticket city.
Yeah.
You see orange tickets everywhere. Like, people risking it all.
Right, I will not. Yeah,
Just to run in. for
right?
like 10 minutes. It's like that security guard has nothing else to do.
better to do.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's a good thing.
It's
I
a good
guess.
thing.
I don't know.
I think it's a good thing. I think it's
Yeah.
a good thing. If you live in Atlanta and you've been booted before, you know what's up. This is a good thing. So
I went hiking in Alabama on Sunday.
damn,
That's just weird.
took a straight trip to Alabama.
Yeah. They
I mean, it's right next door, not that far, but
it's like it's like an hour.
yeah.
It's Talladega National Forest.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you went by yourself.
Yeah, I just wanted to get out of the city.
Mm-hmm.
I finished my job. I was in between, and my brain was just like,
Get escape for a little bit.
yeah, it was going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And Alabama's scary, man. Not gonna lie. I feel like I have the white aura of protection.
Oh yeah, you do.
But I was thinking about you. I'm like, Damon would
yeah.
feel very uncomfortable here.
I remember one time for Thanksgiving, I drove through to go to my brother's in Milton, Florida, whatever, and I was
Yeah.
like, Cottonfield. It's like, yo,
Well,
Alabama's I know,
that was Alabama.
and Florida.
Well, Florida. But I'm just
I was
wondering
so
how you
surprised.
did that.
I was just so surprised because I didn't know cotton was an agriculture thing in those states. I knew Georgia, peanut, cotton, watermelon, but I didn't know
Yeah.
Alabama and Florida also were big. But no, yeah, those places are fucking weird. Yeah,
well,
small.
like Confederate flags.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I was uncomfortable,
Mm-hmm.
like, and the people look horrible. I mean, oof.
It's thankful we live.
they look
I
rough
love
out
living in
there.
Atlanta, so and I will always be in a city.
And
that's
Georgia
forward.
gets that way as well.
Oh yeah,
If
you
go in
leave
the
outside of
wrong-
Atlanta,
yeah.
I mean, I'm from Georgia, so
Yeah.
you ain't gotta tell me. Like, I'm from Columbus. My family's from Tifton.
Yeah.
I've been all over the state, and
But
know exactly-
Alabama hits different.
no doubt, yeah. I
Like-
feel like no doubt. I'm sure Mississippi hits different. You know what I'm
Mississippi's
saying?
worse.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Somebody said, I was watching this comedian, he said Mississippi is just, or Louisiana's Mississippi that just took French lessons. And I'm like, that's actually,
that's a good.
pretty
I like
accurate.
that. I like that. Yeah,
Pretty
that's
accurate.
cool.
The thing about Alabama, though, it's a beautiful state. I mean,
Like, I have family that lives there in Mobile, so
it's gorgeous, like mountains. It's just lush, really easy to hike, waterfalls. It's gorgeous, but I guess because there's no industry, probably just lumber.
and there's really no main infrastructure city like
I
there
guess-
besides
like-
Mobile, but Mobile is like
in Birmingham.
yeah.
But there's nothing out there.
Yeah.
And it is just, I was just worried. I was like, what if my car breaks down out here? It was sketchy. I normally go hiking in North Georgia, but I was kind of just wanted to switch it up.
Right, yeah.
But oh my, Alabama, what is, we don't have any listeners out there. That's probably for a reason.
Yeah.
God bless, everybody was like, God bless you. What are you doing out here? Oh yeah, I'm in from Atlanta. Oh, God bless you. God bless.
Like, that's horrible.
That's how they are.
Yeah.
God bless. Oh, thanks for coming out.
I won't be back.
Nah, just to drive through.
Oh gosh.
And then it's like everything it goes from like a Braves Braves shirts to Bama shirts, but it's like a similar A.
That is such it is.
But the A has a mullet on
Yeah,
it.
and it's like a crimson red, not
Yeah.
a bright red like Atlanta.
Everybody is heavy. I'll say that. It's like Louisiana. I swear, it's just big. They're big.
Yeah.
Just like Louisiana. I swear, it's the South. But yeah, don't go to Talladega National Forest
Yeah.
alone.
Definitely won't. No, I can do that.
They were nice though. Just probably forgot.
Dog. And another side, Zendaya, new episode of Euphoria. She's getting paid $1 million per episode in season 3.
Is it 1 million? I thought it was more.
$1 million according to the Los Angeles Times right now. I'm reading the article. $1 million per episode.
Yeah,
26-year-old negotiated a deal with HBO to make her the highest paid television actor in Hollywood and the youngest.
That makes sense.
The Golden Globe Emmy-winning actor 26 will now be raking in close to $1 million per episode for her deeply portrayal of the series character
Rue.
Yep, a tortured high school student who grapples with substance abuse in the wake of her father's death. So $1 million, bro. When that came on TV, I was like, I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I mean, seriously, like
not being a nearly perfect,
talented,
beautiful, individual,
whatever. But
woman.
I'm just saying, that's give her applause. I'm not hating. $1 million per episode. That's like, yo, get yours, girl. Straight up, Zendaya, for real. Get your money, like, yo.
I wonder if she's still with old Tommy Holland.
She is. Yes.
So I think the new season.
Hopefully, she breaks up with him.
Probably will.
Yeah, and then maybe
that stuff never lasts.
John David Washington, or maybe like, just some way a little bit.
Maybe
more.
What's his name? The guy who played Kang.
Yeah.
So Jonathan Majors. Speaking of that,
your show. That's why I wanted to bring it up because you love Euphoria. So.
Euphoria is great.
Yeah. You
Sydney
think she deserves $1 million?
Yeah, I think to get Zendaya like a top
per episode, you'd pay her.
The Friends cast, I think, was getting more.
I didn't think they were making that much. I heard like in the beginning they weren't making that much money in the beginning of Friends.
Probably not, but yeah, by the end they were.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she deserves it because she's an A-lister on a TV show. In her prime, she could literally be doing anything else, and it would be a box office smash. So, I could see why she deserves it. But the other thing is, Sydney Sweeney has taken over. The blonde with the big boobs has taken over, and I feel like she is gonna be also negotiating. And then there was the thicker one. What was her name?
So she joins Nicole Kidman, who also makes $1 million.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Reese Witherspoon, Big Little Lies.
But that's the thing. Like Nicole
Elizabeth
Kidman.
Moss.
If you're comparing them, it's like Nicole Kidman's past her prime. Nicole Kidman is in her 50s. And Zendaya's 26. She's half her age.
According to Deadline reports, in 2021, Angela Bassett set the record for the highest earning black female actor at network television, earning $450,000 per 911 episode.
That fucking show sucks.
I watched 2 seasons and it's horrible. I don't like it.
I'm surprised you watched 2 seasons.
I mean, because some of it, shout out Sharifa, not a listener. She was the one that was like, you need to watch this.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's like, when people watch generic shows, they're like, yo, I watch all these shows, like Emergency, Blue 911, all these like stupid generic ones, right? And you're like, all right. And they're like, yo, check out 911. You're like, all right.
Chicago.
Yeah. All this. So I was
somebody watches them.
Yeah, right, because obviously they're on. So I checked it out, and I was like, a couple of episodes were all right, but then I gave that shit up. So
yeah, it's like low stakes.
Yeah. Kerry Washington earned more than $1 million per episode co-starring. Yeah. Oh, a Little Fire everywhere.
Little Fire
with Witherspoon. So yeah, I love Kerry too. She's one of my faves.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, she deserves it. Everybody's waiting for Euphoria. It's a smash, but HBO just brings it. It's as they always say now, prestige television. It's the king of prestige.
It is. It is.
There's really no one close, if you ask me.
I got another one. Hit the button for me real quick. Oh, that too. I need some of that. Yo, they had the SAG Awards. Did you know about that? I know that's. I like the SAGs. I like the SAGs. It's like it's more legit. Your like local, homegrown, independent, almost like Sundance festival type of like. They get respect.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, no, they do. They do. Yeah. So like one of the big things that came out of it, the television series White Lotus and Abbott Elementary took home like a bunch of fucking awards. But they were getting on Mark Wahlberg because he gave out the award to
he's an Asian actor. He beat up a Vietnamese dude.
What do you feel about that? Do you think that's like old? Like let him.
I don't forget shit like that.
Yeah.
So no.
What do you think? Was it a big deal? Where you like, yo, he shouldn't have done that?
I don't think it was a big deal, but bad move. It just shows you that sometimes like they get shit wrong. Many times they get shit wrong. Real dumb. Whoever, and of course Mark Wahlberg is like, what? 4 a.m. Club.
Jason Bateman won lead male for dramatic of Ozark, which he kills that. Like he deserved that one. He murders that shit. I'm gonna go through a list real quick. Cast in a motion picture, everything Everywhere All at Once, Beat Out Babylon, The Banshee, The Fableman, and Women Talking, which I didn't see that. Male actor in a leading role, Brendan Fraser, your boy for The Whale. He taking it home.
I think this is the...
He beat out Austin Butler. He beat out Colin Farrell. He beat out Adam Sandler in Hustle. Oh, what?
Adam Sandler.
He was in that category. I mean, that was a good... We thought that was a good film. We liked it.
It was cute, but it wasn't... It wasn't award-worthy.
Female actor in leading role. Who do you think got that?
Michelle Yeoh.
You got it right. She beat out Viola.
Viola.
Male actor in supporting role.
A male actor in a supporting role? Mm-hmm. Was it the Asian dude?
In the same role, in the same movie you just... Yeah. I'm not going to pronounce Ki Hoi Hong.
Yeah. Short Round from Indiana Jones, all grown up.
Female actor in supporting role, Jamie Lee. They cleaned up, bro. They cleaned up.
I don't think Jamie Lee Curtis deserved
She didn't do that much.
Yeah, I don't...
Her lines were not... Yeah. Like, it was not that many lines.
I think it was just more that she, like, went there, like, with, like, you know, uglying herself up, you know, to do the role and, like, going there. But I don't think... Yeah, I think there was other people probably in that category.
Hong Cho from The Whale. I'm probably explaining that.
She won?
No, she beat out Jamie Lee Curtis.
See, like, I think
Angela Bassett, Black Panther, beat her out. Because Angela Bassett's role in Black Panther 2 was not like
I don't think it was award-worthy.
Carrie from The Banshee, Condom.
Carrie Condor or whatever.
It's like Condon.
Condon.
Yeah, Condon.
Yeah. She was, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know. That was better.
And Stephanie Hsu from Hsu? Probably an Asian chick. I don't know.
I think it's Sue.
Sue? Okay.
Yeah, she's the like daughter and everything.
The enemy. Yeah, I loved her. She did. Well, yeah. She should have beat her out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right on that one. Nah, yeah.
That's more of like
her daughter definitely killed that role in that. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Definitely. Ensemble and drama series, White Lotus beat out. Better Call Saul, Severance, Ozark, The Crown, which I didn't watch. You watched Severance. I watched Ozark. I didn't watch The Crown, but you watched Better Call Saul.
I think Better Call Saul, but like I think because you're on AMC, it used to be an advantage.
AMC's good. I like AMC,
but not. I mean, they haven't won any awards.
True.
In a long time.
Hell on Wheels was probably like the last series I watched from them.
Yeah, that was a while back. I Better Call Saul was so fucking good. I mean, the finale was amazing. It's just crazy that White Lotus season 2, which was really good, but. I think Better Call Saul. I mean,
and they're calling out Audrey Plaza because of the way she looked on stage when they received the award and shit. She was just kind of had her Parks and Recs face. They were like, she was.
I saw that, and some people were saying it was because of her dress, and I don't know.
But you see, she's looking at Home Dude. Shout out from 13 Ghosts. Y'all might not have seen him in that, but no, my dude was in that. Who's giving the speech? He's in 13 Ghosts. Yeah. She's looking at him the whole time, like. The fuck is this dude talking about? And then he comes like, peace, or like he's like, it almost seemed like his speech was kind of like.
I didn't watch his speech, but I mean, he is 92 years old.
That's true, but the speech was kind of like one of those where you're like, you see her face, and you're just kind of like, what the fuck is that about? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just had that Parks and Recs face where everybody's just like on Twitter was like, yo, Aubrey Plaza's face is like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, like. But I fucking love her. We'll get on her anyway because we'll be reviewing shit. I'm just going over these SAGs. Male actor in drama series, Jason Bateman beat out Jonathan Banks in Better Call Saul, Jeff Bridges and The Old Man, and Adam Scott in Servants.
I've been hearing that The Old Man is good.
I haven't watched that either. I think I want to watch that too.
So
yeah. Female actor in drama series, Jennifer Coolidge, White Lotus.
Yeah.
White Lotus, they did, man. Like
No, female actress in a drama series.
yeah, and she beat out Julia Gardner, which is of course Ozark, Laura Linney, Ozark, and she beat out Zendaya, Euphoria.
Yeah, people were saying. I mean, I think I was even saying give Zendaya the
That one.
Well, I was saying give her the Emmy for Euphoria. It's like episode 5 where she has like a full like meltdown and it's intense.
Abbott got Ensemble in a comedy series. They beat out Barry, The Bear, Hack, Only Murders in the Building. See, The Bear got Jeremy Allen,
Lead.
yeah, male actor in comedy series. Gene Smart, female actor in comedy
Hacks.
series. Sam Elliott, male actor in television, movie, or limited series. 1883 is what he got it for. Female actor in television, movie, or limited series. Jessica Chastain, George and Tammy. Stunt ensemble in motion picture, Top Gun Maverick, which we probably could have included to that one. Stunt ensemble in television series, Stranger Things. Only one. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah.
Well, the season wasn't that good.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Yeah. I thought The Bear would have got more, but it's all right.
Me too. But what happens is like.
That's why I said the SAG, you're up against some talent, bro.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm
but
saying? Like,
also it's like you got clout. Clout does a lot for you. So it's like the Bear might not have as good of a season next year.
what clout wise that season was fire, bro.
Right, but my point is their second season might not be as good, but they might win because it's like
Clout now has its
yeah, kind of like Scorsese winning for The Departed, you know, after like losing for Goodfellas. You know, it's kind of like a here you go, you know, like a makeup, you know. Same as like Jamie Lee Curtis winning. I don't know. It's a lot of times it's like we
that
appreciate
could be
your
clout.
work.
Yeah, that definitely could
you
be
know what I
clout
mean.
right there, yeah.
All right, we done with the
Yeah,
awards.
that's it. Yep.
The big Oscars I think are in 2 weeks. I like the SAG Awards. They're just
like 'em
kind
too.
of they are kind of the precursor because they're pretty on point with like the Oscars level, whereas the Golden Globes are like kind of that's where you're gonna see like Elvis win shit. You know, you notice Elvis didn't win anything,
Because that shit was horrible.
yeah, but it's because the Golden Globes are.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they give the people who aren't gonna win the awards so they feel better.
Feel better.
Yeah. So Apple TV, I've been watching a show. Thank you, Sharon, at my old place of work. She recommended a show called Hello Tomorrow. It has Billy Crudup, he and Hank Azaria, and a few other new faces. Billy Crudup, I looked him up. He has one of the. I'm real bad with faces, but he has one of those faces where it's like, I know you from somewhere.
Oh
I
yeah.
know you,
He was in Watchmen. Wasn't he the blue guy at first when he like went before
is
he
that
turned
who
blue?
he is?
Yeah.
Okay. He has like the standard, like almost like a classic Hollywood face, you know, like a blockhead kind of.
Yes, I was right. Watchmen,
See-
that morning show, Sleepers, Almost Famous. I forgot he was in Almost
See,
Famous.
I don't remember him in
Big
any
Fish. I remember in Big
Of
Fish.
yeah. Is he the star of Big Fish?
No, that's the guy from fucking our movie Star Wars. Ingmar McGregor. He's the fucking star in Big Fish.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Come on, man.
But this movie is about a guy who
I saw the previews like selling shit, right? Space
well,
on
he's selling
Earth.
like lots on the moon.
Yeah.
But there's kind of like some darkness to it.
Mm-hmm.
He's estranged from his wife and his ex-wife and his son. His son doesn't even know what he looks like, and his son is about 20 years old, and he is kind of a charlatan. Billy Crudup's character, he's selling these lots, but it just something isn't right. It doesn't seem like it is. It's all cracked up to what it seems or whatever. It just seems fake, like a hoax. But he's really good at it. But then an incident happens, of course. He's like the best salesman. He has a little team, and they go all over, pitching, having events. But an incident happens, and it kind of shakes him up, and he starts losing that fake facade. And so he gets rattled, and then he makes a decision to take someone on his team that you normally wouldn't take on. And kind of unfolds from there. And then a couple of his workers as well have like certain like gambling issues or wife at home issues. So it's like a drama. It's 30 minutes. It takes place in the quote unquote future, but everything's like retro.
Yeah, it looks super. I could tell. Yeah,
But it's cool. They call it retro futurism. So Meet the Robinsons is a show that's kind of like that. It was a Pixar, Disney. Actually, I think it was just Disney, but it's like, or the Jetsons. You know what I mean? It's like a view of the future from the past. So like the cars look like those old Cadillacs and Corvettes from like the 50s, but they float. You know what I mean? It kind of looks like what was it? Don't Worry, Darling.
Oh yeah,
like that vibe, but just futuristic. It's Apple, so it looks great. I mean, the cars float; they don't have wheels, and it looks fucking real. Which is I'm gonna talk about a movie later, Cocaine Bear. Same thing. Like CGI is getting to where like it is not cheap anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like certain TV shows, you would have to kind of roll your eyes. You'd have to be like, or look past it. Be like, all right, this isn't real. It doesn't look good.
right.
But the story's good, so I can like deal with it. Now it's just like, damn, this shit just looks straight up good.
Right.
Reviews
are not fucking with it that much, but
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm only like 4 episodes in. It's 30-minut episodes.
It's not bad.
What are the reviews saying?
57 on Rotten Tomato, which is like,
Eh.
nah. IMDb is 6.3, which is
That's
it's
pretty
in the middle.
That's like,
yeah,
that's
it's
solid.
Not, it's solid.
Yeah.
It almost like IMDb and Rotten usually go together sometimes when I'm reading them off. I'm like, oh, they're matching about, and they're kind of like, only off by maybe by a couple %. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, it's in the middle. It seems like people are in the middle on it right now.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if it's finished yet, but I've been watching it. It's a good one to digest.
I'm glad you're back on Apple.
Yeah, I had to do it. Well, they have stuff now.
Yeah.
They kind of went through like
stuff.
a little slump.
They've always had stuff. You just don't watch it. You don't
watch
watch C. You don't watch Ted Lasso.
I might watch this new season of Ted Lasso for the sake of the pod. I'll catch up on 2.
Yeah. I mean, they're quick, so it's not like it'll take
I'm sure
long.
it's coming out next month.
Yeah, I mean, they won a bunch of Emmys and awards too, the show itself. So it's good, man. Like,
but I'm not gonna rate it. I'm not finished, but I do recommend it.
Let's go.
Especially if you like a little drama. All right, next up we have The Black Phone.
Yeah, this is a little what Seth watches recap. He watched this when it first came out. You know how I do. I just wait until a couple of months and then it comes out. Your boy just looks at it. It was an hour 43-minute long movie. Came out in 2021. There were some things that I was like, yeah, like the telephone calls, even though it was supposed to be like, I was trying to just be in it and like, look, just take it for what it is. The phone's ringing, even though it's disconnected. Just okay, like their kids are dead. Roll with it. But it was hard for me to swallow that.
Yeah, it's supernatural.
Right. It was just hard for me to swallow that a little bit, And I was trying. Even when it was like step back, go forward. I'm like,
yeah.
I just didn't. Those little things right there were like, the things I did like it. Ethan Hawke was like the scenes where he's upstairs waiting for them to come up.
Yeah,
I love those. I love the almost filter it's shot in where it's like a Matrix kind of
yellowy,
filter,
greeny.
Over top of it. I love the chemistry between the brother and sister. That sister is a hell of an actor. She's got
little girl.
Oh my gosh, like I think I have her name. She was just like, she played Gwen, but it's Madeline McGraw. That's her real name, and she like plays Gwen, and she's amazing. She like even cursing, like the playing, like she's just played the role of the sister really well.
Okay.
I also like Finn too. Vin, he did good. Like, and all the kids that actually played until they actually got killed were all really good kid actors. Like honestly, all of them played really well. It's just where they got to the scene where he was locked up, I just was kind of like not so much about it. That was probably my only takeaway from it. And Ethan Hawke is kind of hard to even give him a rating because the scenes weren't a lot. He didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
They were just like, come down,
Sometimes
with the
mask
and
on.
it wasn't like, I was a fan of the mask though. I love how they were different each time.
Yeah. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, they were different. Everyone was every time he went down, it was different. With half one, he had a full
Yeah,
one
oh,
on.
okay.
He had like a different one when he was upstairs, waiting for him to come upstairs. Like so,
Yeah.
like I did like subtleties in that. You had to kind of like, ooh, I saw that. You know.
They did a not to get too spoilery, but they like there's a famous scene in what is it? Silence of the Lambs where they're rushing.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like this time crunch to get to the house, and they get to the house.
I
And they're
know.
like thank
I-
God, and you open the door,
Yep,
and it's the wrong place.
It's exactly
which
from
is
Silence
like,
of the Lambs.
yeah, I'm
Straight
like,
up.
oh,
As soon as I saw it, I was like,
Yep. In Silence of the Lambs, it's like so masterful. That's like such a masterpiece.
but I did like it. Even though they did do that,
Yeah.
I didn't deter me to be like, oh, that was
Yeah.
no. I was like, that was a nice play because
But-
it was like paying homage, like
Yeah.
how we were seeing
Yeah,
in
yeah.
these old films where they pay homage to things.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, nice, pay homage to that. That was a nice little play on that. I like how he was right outside too, just like every little subtle thing like that. In the wrong door, and he's walking out, and then she sees him. I just like so for me. I'm definitely gonna give it a 3 swiper. It was definitely up there. It could have been better.
Yeah.
The little scenes between the phone and stuff like that. I thought like, but how it tied all together, he used all the kids' advice. So if you haven't seen this, it's not so much. It says it's a thriller. There's only a few, maybe 1 or 2 jumps.
Well, it's a thriller. It's not scary.
It's not,
a
scary,
horror.
but it
It's-
kind of
yeah.
gives you like it's supposed to be a horror with the mask. Almost gives you
but
that.
it's more just it's more intense.
My guy Ethan's good, you know, like shout out 13 Precincts, like one of my favorite films he's ever done. He's done many more than that, but just 13 Precinct off the top of my head, he did that
Precinct
shit.
13. Does it
Yeah,
come
yeah.
up?
With Lawrence Fishburne, John Leguizamo, like it was just like,
John Carpenter remake.
oh my gosh, it was such a good ass movie.
The guy who created the Black Phone, he wrote
it was a book.
Yes, and it's
It was
Stephen
a short.
King's son.
Joe Hill.
Yeah, Stephen King's son. He also did Horns, which was
What
with
dude?
Cameron.
It boxed office at 161.4 mil, which is
Yeah,
actually
and
really.
I think it was
fucking
only
good.
like 20, 30 mil. No, that was okay. So that's I'm gonna when I get to Cocaine Bear, I want to talk about that. fact.
IMDb like 6.9,
Yeah.
83 Rotten Tomato, 88% on Fandango.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was looking to bash this,
Yeah.
but for some reason I was coming in with the perspective that this wasn't going to be good. Maybe because of his performance in the Disney show. It's off the tip. I'm so sorry right now.
Moon Knight.
Yes, I was kind of like on the edge, like, man, I don't know.
I don't think that was, yeah.
You know, because I was like,
I don't know if that was his fault.
it's not his fault, but it's his problem.
Yeah.
Because it's his movie, right? So I was kind of hesitant. I was like, please, because I like Ethan. He's one of my guys where I'm like, yeah, I like this dude.
Yeah.
So I was cool with it. I was cool with it. I like the kids. The Indian guy who beat the shit out of Robin. He plays one of the tough guys, one of the tough kids. I like that scene. He beats the shit out of him. Dude.
Yeah.
He's like, I wasn't gonna, beat him up so bad, but blood and all that shit, makes a little scene. He's just like, I love that kid. The dude was a good ass act role too. His name's Miguel. I don't even gonna pronounce his name. I don't know if that's Indian
He's
or
not
Mexican.
Indian.
Is it?
His
Is
name-
it?
Miguel. Yeah, no, he's a Latino. He is a Latino.
Definitely can come across.
Not many
though.
Indian guys named Miguel Patel.
But yeah, it was good. I fuck with it. It's on Amazon Prime. You can check it out.
Check her out, The Black
I
Phone.
don't even know what you rated it at though, because we don't keep track.
I was thinking about I don't know if I got time for that. That shit's hard. Next up we have a ghost. Right now, off the top of my head, I think I gave it a power 2. It's usually where those land. We have a ghost. Now this is not a power 2. This
is a
is a
power
big old
skip.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
This is Anthony Mackie and David Harborough, the guy in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
David Harborough is a big Netflix guy. He struggles. I mean, he tried to do Hellboy. It was terrible. I mean, he is just awful. He's good in Stranger Things, but the role is ridiculous. This movie is interesting because you think it's about Anthony Mackie, and then you watch it, and it's actually about his son. And his son confronts a ghost in their new haunted house they live in, which is clearly haunted. And I just feel bad for David Harborough, he's like this friendly. It's like Casper. I mean, he's kind of like Casper. This is like if Casper.
You watched the whole thing?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Well, because it was, I knew I was gonna rip it to shreds. Because I don't think this is a skip, because it's funny in that it's that bad. It is so bad. This light is totally.
It's
going
crazy
out.
because I think his son, Anthony Mackie, who plays his son, like what's his name, Jai?
Yeah.
His brother, real brother, Kevin Priestley. His name is Kevin Presley, and his brother, Fulton Presley, plays Niles Finch. They literally have the same. I'm guessing they're brothers.
Let me see.
Yeah. Like I'm not. Is that his brother? Like can have same names like that? Like,
No, you're looking at their characters' names.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah, they're brothers in the show.
oh, in the show. Okay, I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. No, they're that's the family.
got you. But what about the Christmas movie? He did. Was that like
And who? Anthony Mackie?
David Harbour? Remember, he was played that violent Santa movie.
Oh, it did. That did not appeal to me at all. I didn't watch it. And I watch a lot of shit. But no, I just look stupid. It looked like they're trying to be like Krampus or something. But so this movie is interesting because it's so goofy that it feels like an 80s movie. What is that movie with the fucking Sasquatch?
Oh,
Harry
Harry
and,
the Bigfoot.
Harry and the Hendersons?
Yeah, Harry and the Henderson.
It felt like Casper.
First it was a movie, and then they turned it into a series.
Oh, really?
Remember? It was a movie, then turned into the series.
So it's like a mix between that, where it's like, you know, the ghost, his name
Mm-hmm.
is Ernest, becomes like a sensation. Why? Because of social media. And I think social media in film is starting to become a problem
Mm-hmm.
because, like, and you people remember when Eddie Murphy's like filming
oh yeah,
on Instagram Live and you
Yeah.
see the likes. It's like they think to connect to Gen Z, you have to have like social media references.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I'm on YouTube. Oh, he's on Instagram Live. Oh, we're viral. We're viral. Everybody wants to see Ernest, the ghost. And it's just like how quickly they are happy to exploit him is like
it
ridiculous.
reminds me of Beetlejuice. How they were trying to exploit him, the ghost. She makes notoriety, makes friends with the ghost. They're trying to bring the ghost out at
Right.
the end of the movie, trying to exploit him for all their friends to have.
Yeah.
And then it turns into a bad idea.
But that's the thing though. Beetlejuice is dangerous. You know what I mean? Like that's what is cool about it. And it's insular in that like it's only like within like a small community that they let in. This becomes like a global sensation or whatever, and everybody's like lined up outside the house.
But for its time, if Beetlejuice was shot now, this would be it.
and that makes me sad.
Like if that was Beetlejuice, that would be
And
it.
that
But
makes
no,
me
no,
sad
right.
because Beetlejuice is fucking perfect.
It
you
is,
know?
but I'm just saying that in the same context, that's literally what that is. She literally makes a friend with a ghost. She literally tells her parents about her parents try to make friends
Yeah.
and shit about it, and it's just like
But like this ghost is like Beetlejuice is fucking
awesome.
You
Yeah,
know?
I agree. Yeah.
He's got great lines.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Michael Keaton. This ghost can't even talk. He's like emotional. All he can do is go boo. And of course they try to like figure out what's wrong with him so he can like ascend. But then there is a like ghost busting team headed by Tig Notaro, who was also in Your Place or Mine recently. She's a comedian. She does an awful job playing this character, a very underdeveloped character. But at one point, I mean, I'm gonna go in a little spoiler territory. It's so insane. They
It's a horrible movie. You don't. Have
it
to
goes
worry
from
about
like, you know, these like kids with a ghost to then all of a sudden like they literally like this ghost busting like government team pulls up with like cyber guns, like silver guns with like neon blue, and they literally tell the ghost, "Put your hands up." And like, you know, like
That's why I'm not gonna watch
they
it.
arrest the ghost. And I was just like, really? Like this guy can like literally go through a wall. You know, you can you can do whatever he wants, and they're literally like, "Sir, put your hands up," like
Right.
to a ghost. And I was like, Jesus.
That's how I felt
Christ.
about the black phone scene when the phone was ringing.
Yeah.
That's exactly how. I
Well,
felt.
no, that's better, I think. Than this was just. It's awful. any reviews, I'm gonna give it.
Yeah, 6.2 on IMDb, 43% on Rotten, and 3 out of 5 on the AV Club.
AV Club.
Yeah.
Wow, they're paid off. I'm gonna give it one swipe
Oh, what the fuck? You said they're paid off. Why you say that?
because it does not deserve above average rating.
Yeah. No doubt, because that is above at a 3 out of 5. Yeah,
It's horrible. I mean,
it's
this
horrible.
movie's
I don't
so
want to say
bad.
skip because I'm not
At
gonna
one
watch
point,
it.
Anthony Mack, like, they're so mean to the poor son, and the son is like, you know, he can connect with the ghost because he's a artist,
medium?
and he's just depressed.
Okay.
And, you know what I mean? He doesn't fit in, of course. Outcast. But at one point, like, Anthony Mackie and the older son are like posting videos and like, oh my god, look, we are at 1 million views or whatever. And then the son like speaks up for the ghost or whatever, and Anthony Mackie just like takes an orange and just chucks it at his head, hits him in the face, and then doesn't apologize, and the son just takes it. Like, this is
That sounds like bullying in our 2023 version. They'd have
just
been like,
abuse.
"Nah, you're gonna cancel him, Anthony Mackie."
like, that's your dad.
Oh gosh, yeah, they would have canceled him in real life. Someone who saw that at a store or a
I
restaurant,
was
they'd
like-
have been like, "Bro,
I was like, what the fuck was that?
yeah."
Jennifer Coolidge is in it for a second,
I love Jenny.
which that scene felt Beetlejuicy.
Oh,
Now that
yeah.
you say that.
Ever since Pootie Tang.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to just watch an awful movie, go for this. I don't think it's a skip because it's blows my mind that this movie was even created. I'm sure there's a podcast called How Did This Get Made? This could be on there. Horrible.
Damn.
Another Netflix special, The Strays.
Yo, The Strays. This was good. It's exactly what the name says. The Strays. Like, you watch this. I can't give too much without giving it away.
Yeah, don't spoil
So
this
it's kind of
one.
hard to give I light skinned black. Remember when I did that review of the one we did on Netflix where it was shot in black and white and she thought she was,
Yes.
it's almost, I can't remember that off the top of my head.
It was on Apple, I think.
It was on Netflix.
Was it? Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. We do so much.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's got that similar thing where it's this light skinned black woman is meticulously crafted a life of privilege. It's kind of hard. She unravels when two strangers show up, which you kind of like get a feeling of who they are, but you don't know where they come from.
Yeah, no
A
spoilers,
sense.
no spoilers.
So it's like they show up, fuck up her life. So she's trying to figure out how to deal with it. It's shot very well. The acting is superb. The chemistry between all the actors and actresses, it's like they were locked in a room and they were all like hanging out for days because everybody was like, the roles were just like, they knew it too well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like, damn, like, you know how when they do like the readings for actors and they're all sitting in a room, but I felt like they were locked in a room in this one because like everybody was hitting.
Yeah.
Like the outbreaks, like
I do agree.
it's I want to say the people that show up and cause this lady to unravel, like they do a hell of a job of just presenting themselves as not crazy, but like psychos, but not psychos at the same time. Like if this is what have happened to you, would you have been like this? Like, you know, to see something it's just
there's
like,
some motivation there.
yeah. It's definitely a must watch.
I've just so y'all know, I've seen half of it and last night, and I was like, all right, we're doing it a little earlier today. The pod, I wasn't able to finish it. I'm gonna finish it. I liked what I saw so far. It was a little like I would like to know what like a black woman thinks about this movie in a way, because a big thing in the movie is that like she's trying to basically pass as white, you know, and then the more that starts coming unraveled, the more the things that make her kind of look white start to like aggravate her or like irritate her and like physically. And
There's just one thing because it's like you can't just do certain things that she did too, which is kind of weird. It's like, how do you do that? Like, you just can't do that in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't. Like, you would have some type of trace. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was shot, of course, future like now. Like,
Yeah.
you know. So like, when you see what happens, you're like, you just.
yeah,
You know, like it's certain things like that. Kind of, you could have been like,
Yeah.
like you just can't be gone. And then,
Yeah.
you know, so certain things like that. But other than that, they do a good job letting you forget about like that, forget about that little minuscule detail. You know what I'm saying? But As far as you're saying, I mean, I would like to see a
Because like the
perspective.
way she treats her daughter is
Yeah,
fucked up. Because
yeah.
her daughter is okay with how she looks
Mm-hmm.
and that she is mixed, and she's doing like TikTok tutorials on how to like lay down her baby hairs and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And the mom gets really frustrated about that because her daughter is embracing what she
Mm-hmm.
is, and while it's like she is not only. Maybe she is. It's not the fact that she's not embracing it.
She
It's-
just the struggles as comes,
But
with
she's
being-
also like incognito too.
Yeah.
She is hiding. You know what I mean?
I just like it. Almost throws. It's good, but then it just throws me off, just because I'm like, why do they feel that they should shoot from this perspective? I've never met, maybe there is a black woman, but I've never seen anybody that's ever been kind of scared or even go off like in now 2023. I've never seen a black woman be like, yeah, she's light skinned and she acts as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird. I've seen 2 movies kind of recently give off that vibe. So it's almost like, where do you even come up with like who like?
Well, this is British, so it is does
True.
take place in Britain.
Even that either one with Alice Skarsgård is in a British one too. You're right. That one that's black and white. That's the one that I originally did. Remember he's like a British or like some type of London. Her husband's London, like from London or something like that. But it's just weird because like, where do they get this from? Like, is there some type of base of realism? Like they know, or this is what happened to European, like some black people that are light skinned, they can't.
Well,
you know what I
there
mean?
is
Like,
there. I will say
Or-
this:
and that's
I don't really know any black women like that, but I know white people like that.
what? But
Yeah.
but it's almost like. I
White
don't know.
people
It's
who
just
don't want to be white.
It threw me off a little bit because it's like I like the concept of the movie for what it was, but at the same time, I don't like the fact that it made it seem like she had felt bad for being black, And
But she is also a horrible character. She's a bad
Yeah.
person.
no, she's a bad person
because you
no
do
doubt.
show like the kids, embracing
and they
their
show the
culture.
pictures and the stuff like that, and you're kind of like, you'll see more when you finish it too.
Yeah,
Like, it's just like, for what it was, I get it, but I can see why some people, maybe black people, might be like, this is a bad representation of like, why would you do something like this? Like, I don't know any light skinned women that.
Well,
you
it's
know what I
like,
mean?
that's exactly how them felt. Remember them?
Yeah.
It's just like this is cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like you're making this about race, but it's not done
Yeah.
with
Well,
care.
the movie's Strays, but it's like
Yeah.
a lot more than just strays. Like, you mean strays like black women like to leave their, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's little things that you can be like,
I think
don't,
maybe she's
like,
the stray.
it's just like, it could be left up to interpretation.
Yeah.
Maybe not in some good perspectives, and
Yeah.
maybe in like some okay perspective and from
Yeah.
a filming aspect.
Now,
You know what I'm
visually,
saying?
did it remind you of Us?
It reminded me of Top Boy because they're in London.
When they switch,
And they're
with
like, when she's in her real life, yeah,
when
she's
the
like-
grime rap comes on, I was like, hell yeah! And they even one of them says, like, don't say anything or
Yeah.
don't say nothing, which is like, don't worry about it. Oh, say nothing. Say nothing.
I just had that in the very beginning. It gives me that Top Boy
Yeah,
where
yeah.
she's like in a London, like
Yeah.
Section 8
Flat,
apartment,
yeah.
flat, struggling.
Yeah. I did like there's like a little switch over with the rap, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, this is like Top Boy. I like this. But yeah, I'll finish it. It reminded me of Us though, like with the red.
Yeah, it definitely had Jordan Peele
Yes,
written
yeah.
all over it.
But he's kind of created the genre of like black thrillers, or he's kind of set the bar, which is why I think he tried to change it up with his new movie. But
Which is
'cause there's so many
it's just like,
copycats.
and this is the group who did like film producers and stuff. So it's like, you would think it might even have been a black possibly, because you're like, from that aspect, like,
oh, they're all white.
yeah.
I mean, this is
Which is, I mean, not saying it's bad, but when you're looking at it, you're kind of like, oh, producers, like, I don't, I'm like trying to look up, like,
yeah, they're all white. One, this guy has red hair.
so it's like, where are they getting this
Yeah.
from? Like,
I'm telling you, I mean, America has issues, but I think when it comes to race relations, we are ahead of a lot of countries because that is the forefront of our media, and it's like it's the conversation that we're constantly having every day. Whereas like other countries which are not as mixed as us are, they're slower to get to it, or maybe they because they didn't have as many issues, they don't even discuss the little issues,
Yeah, it's got a 1.9 on Google.
That's horrible.
People don't like that shit.
Yeah.
And the reviews are like not good.
What are you swiping it?
2. Because it could have had potential.
Yeah.
It just dropped a lot of places where it was
Yeah.
kind of like,
I think for me, they just made the main character like the most insufferable person. She's like just so awful. I had trouble just like why am I even watching this? Because she was just like the worst.
it was just for me. I'm like, I don't know, man. Now it just didn't sit right. Just weird to see that perspective,
Yeah.
Now the other one I did with Alice Carker, that was based off like 1920s or some shit, like where
Yeah.
it was like still segregation in London
Yeah.
and whatever, and she was kind of like, oh, that's my friend from high school. I remember her. She's black and she's dating, and she was
Yeah.
like, that was, you see how that was like a little bit more subtle. The story had a little bit more foundation,
It felt more relevant.
like relevant. Whereas this one's like, it's shot in realism, like now. So to fact that she could do something like that, which I don't think is possible that is ever realistic, will ever happen. That's just me.
It's possible. I mean,
That's just me. Me personally, I don't think a light-skinned black woman would, I don't know. Maybe out of the far of my kind, I don't know, man. For it to be shot like that, I was like, damn, that's kind of like saying a lot. Like, where are you, like, where's the historical background from this? Like, like I need something like attached to this. Like, why is it like to be so futuristic, like 2023, like, right? Like, how can
but
you
there's
know,
got to
like,
be has to be like one black girl out there in a white sorority somewhere. It's just she's the only black person in the sorority trying to be like them. It's got to be.
but to
same as like an Asian
but to
person.
disappear, to leave and just drop everything.
Well,
and drop
I mean,
who you
it's
are. That's extreme though. Like,
Right,
she's not
but that's a
dropping anything.
movie. I mean,
no
that's-
doubt. That's why I'm saying the movie is so hard. Maybe the ratings,
Yeah.
because it's so hard to even grasp that would take place. Yeah, maybe being the one black person in a sorority or all black person at Harvard or whatever. That's cool. You know what I mean? It's saying you gotta be. They don't forget, like, oh, I don't know who my family is. So who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? They don't just drop who they are, right? Like, they're still black. They're still
Right.
who they are. From this perspective, the way the movie was shot in today's time, like, that's kind of hard to believe that could actually happen.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, kind of, but not really to me. I think it's plausible. It just wasn't done well. I mean, it's not exactly realistic, but within the realms of film, it's possible.
It's just like,
Crazier
it's almost
things.
not even trying to, it's like stereotyping a little bit. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like, damn, man, like, I don't know. Like, you guys could have did a better job of storying this up. Like, maybe she had an abusive husband and left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the way it's just was, like, you have to finish it and then you'll kind of maybe.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. But I do think like as we are Americans, we are kind of like as far as race relations in media, we're kind of at the forefront.
Oh,
of
no
it.
doubt.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we can see when like other countries are doing it. It's a little feels backwards,
Right.
I don't know. All right, moving on to Strays. Next up. Now we're gonna talk about a real American film, Cocaine Bear. I did my
Because
classic.
America and cocaine go hand in hand.
You're damn right. And bears. Cocaine Bear. This movie is it's directed by Elizabeth Banks. She's in a bunch of stuff. She's like a comedian. This is a comedy. This fits right into this pocket of movies that have been very successful.
Like, Ray, when was it?
It's Ray Liotta's
I know,
last film.
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what was he working? Like, damn, like, when was this in the back? Like, when was he died? Like 3 years ago. I felt like.
No, he died this past year.
I felt like it was only a couple of years ago. Then
No,
you
'cause I had
just
the
sliding them
Chantix.
on in here. Yeah, I
it
know.
was
That's
this
what I'm
past
saying.
year.
Okay, no, was it this past year?
Yeah. It was in like
Here, I'm about to look now.
yeah, it was in like June or something.
22 May.
Yeah, he died. Yeah. But yeah, it's.
I'm
his
glad you
last
don't have
film.
that damn thing up here either, because you can't carry my guy up here.
Chantix.
Yeah.
But this movie is one of these movies like The Black Phone, like Megan,
Mm-hmm.
except for I do like that it was rated R. Megan was PG-13. They like Hollywood has kind of realized, like the smaller companies have realized that people want to go see these weird little like violent comedies. It's like it can't just be a comedy anymore. It has to have like violence to it. and they do well. I think the box office actually did a great job, as Ant-Man did a horrible job.
Yeah, because it looked horrible.
But this movie, I think it kills it. No pun intended. It's fucking hilarious. I laughed my ass off in the theater with like 5 other people. Also, note there was this guy just like laughing way too hard. It was like a performative laugh. Like in the theater, he was like, ha, 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 ha. He like looked back, ha, ha, I see you, buddy. It's like, dude, it's not that funny. Like that was a giggle, if anything. O'Shea Jackson is in it. That's Ice Cube's son. He's, okay. O'Shea, he should be called OK Jackson. Alden Ehrenreich, I don't know how to say that exactly. He played Han Solo. He's a good actor.
And the guy from King of Thrones played himself. Doesn't even say his name. It's just like his real name is his name in the movie.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the guy from Game of Thrones.
I didn't even recognize him.
He was also in Fast and Furious 9.
Really? Yeah, the guy, Tormund or whatever in Game of Thrones, the red-bearded guy. He's in
wants
it.
to have sex with Brianna Tarth the whole time.
Yes, he looks nothing. He plays like a geek, like a foreign, like geeky traveler. I did not recognize him at all. Who else? Isaiah Whitlock. That guy is he's known for saying shit.
I love that guy from
The Wire.
You haven't watched it.
I know, but I know that's where he's from. That guy
he does it so well.
Is so funny. He nailed
he was in the Bloods.
Yeah, the 4 Bloods. Bloods don't die, we multiply. He is so funny. I mean, he was like he honestly would steal scenes. He was so funny.
You should see The Wire.
Just these little one-liners he had. I mean, I was laughing out loud. Like Carrie Russell, very recognizable. I don't know what she's in. Probably TV shows, but she plays the mom. Basically,
coming in second, though, Cocaine Bear was box office. Ant-Man actually beat him out.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But look, I mean, I'm sure, what was the money?
Ant-Man, Cocaine, and Jesus, I don't even know Jesus, led the way in the U.S. according to Deadline. Ant-Man and Wasp Quantum ruled the weekend with another $32 million, bringing the total box office figures to U.S. dollars at $167.3 million.
That's
after
terrible
the first
for a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what's Cocaine Bear, though?
Cocaine Bear coming second this weekend. Cocaine Bear, which debuted at 23.09 mil.
That's good.
And is in third place was Jesus Revolution. I didn't even see
Okay,
this
real
one.
quick, I'll go into the Jesus Revolution thing. Yeah, I know it. It's okay, so Jesus Revolution.
You see it come out. It's like,
it doesn't matter. It's not for you exactly. It's for these like boomer Christian audiences. This in Louisiana, they do really well. They're just these movies that have to do with like. Remember, there was another one. Damn it, I can't remember it. But these just like almost like Lifetime level Christian movies. So it'll be about like an atheist, like physicist who like just like becomes a Christian by the end of the movie.
So, it's
like these super Christian movies. They're doing well in the box office. It's crazy.
I'm just so crazy. Like I was like, I don't even
That's
remember
why,
the previous for this.
Mel Gibson's doing like another. What was it?
Christ.
Yeah, Passion of Christ.
He is?
He's doing another one.
Oh gosh. Okay, yeah. So Jesus Revolution with 15.5 million. So one weekend movies about ants, cocaine, and Jesus collectively earned more than 70 million.
Yeah, I mean it's back. The box office is back because this is a slow season. So this movie though, it's about literally a cocaine drop that lands in Blood Mountain, which I've actually hiked in Blood Mountain, which was
based on a true
fun.
story. If y'all didn't know,
yeah, except for in real life, the bear just overdosed. But this is like what could have happened. And there's 2 kids in it. The kids are fucking hilarious, especially I don't know the boy's name, but the boy is so funny. He kind of reminds me of the kids in Talladega Nights. He just is cursing up a storm, and they do a little bit of cocaine at one point. That's fucking hilarious, but they get lost.
Christian Convery, he plays Henry.
Yeah, Henry. Yeah. That kid is so funny. They get lost in the woods while there is basically a bear on a rampage, and drug dealers are trying to get their money back. Cops are trying to get to the drugs, and there's some park rangers, some EMTs involved. lots of good kills. I mean, really good kills. It is fun. I highly recommend this movie if you can handle some violence.
Sounds like Super Trooper.
Yeah, it's just like some shit like that, except for with violence. That's
What's
what I
it
was saying.
called?
It's like
the lizard. What are they called? Lizard?
Naughty Lizard or something
like
lizard.
that, yeah.
Broken Lizard.
Broken Lizard. Yeah, there we go.
Club Dread.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. More like Club Dread. It's just like, it's weird because comedies used to work in the theaters. Now they just don't. Now you need like horror comedy because horror always works.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's just eternal.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is like, it's crazy because like the CGI bear looks so fucking good. And it's, you know, because of The Revenant, you know, which is like a super serious movie, and with the bear being like one of the, you know, climactic scenes or like, you know, the iconic scene.
Yeah, it was.
And I mean, it's funny because it's like, you know, the Revenant bear walks, so you know, cocaine bear can run. Like, it's funny, and I have a feeling there's gonna be like 5 cocaine bears.
This was in Georgia too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shout out Buckhead Films. I mean, not Buckhead Films, but everything shot in Georgia. Just again.
Yeah.
One of those things again. Is everything shot.
And it also has this dude in it, Scott's Sace or Sice. Which was weird because I'm watching. I'm like, where do I fucking know this guy? Where do I know this guy? He looks so familiar. Where I know this guy? Lo and behold, I look it up. He's a TikTok guy. So
wow.
So TikTok guys are also starting to like TikTok actors are starting to come up as well. So that's kind of fascinating.
Yeah, that's weird.
But Cocaine Bear, I'm gonna give it 3 swipes.
It's about average. That's about what everybody's saying online. 6.5 in IMDb, 70 on Rotten, 54 on Metacritic. So it's about average 3.
Yeah, and I just think that if Megan, it's similar movie. If Megan was rated R, it would have been probably way better. And this kind of proved it to me because like the concept is ridiculous, you know, but it delivers with like a bear kill. I mean, it's violent. It gets uncomfortable, but like that's what you're there to see. You know, if it would have been PG-13, it would have been trash. You know, like
Right.
it wouldn't have been as funny. All that. But I think go check this one out. And it definitely when it comes out on streaming for sure. Next up we have Black Bear.
Black Bear starring
Aubrey
Aubrey
Plaza.
Plaza, my girl. She is a panty dropper in this. You will not, because you've seen this one, and for Aubrey Plaza's performance, it's a smash. Like, I don't think Birdman.
Smash!
I don't think I've ever seen her
Yeah.
be so serious
Yeah.
and emotional and vulnerable and all in one movie.
Yeah.
Because she usually doesn't do these roles. So when I first saw this, I was like,
Watch White Lotus season 2.
I probably will, but you watch The Wire, I'll watch White Lotus. How about that? Black Bear, it came out in 2020. It's an hour 44 minutes. Got our guy Jon Snow in there. Christopher Abbott. I just don't know what else to say about this. This shit is low key fire. It won a couple awards at Sundance Film Festival. I could give a hell of accolades about this. Everybody from the cast to the location, like it was just ahead of a time. All you people say that for movies, but this one right here, I feel like it's going to be a cult classic, like 10 years down the line.
I think it's a great.
It's going to be
movie.
one of Aubrey Plaza's when they look back and be like, "Yo, like, what are you like? Have you seen Black Bear?" Then they're going to be like,
Well, it's kind of like I remember certain things about it.
I don't want to give it away.
But I don't want to give it exactly.
I don't want to ruin anything about this film.
It's like one of these. There's another movie called Primer. Let me think. It's kind of like sci-fi suspense thriller almost. Like there's some science fiction-y or like, you know what I mean, to it.
It's definitely dark comedy and drama.
Yeah.
All that. I think it's got some funny parts in there where you're like, this is crazy.
But there's kind of like some like a bit of
realism. There is like,
but then things aren't what they seem.
Nah, it's not. Yeah. It's like 2 halves to this.
Yeah.
And the second half it goes up another level.
Yeah.
You're like, what just happened
And
here?
she crushes it.
Oh my gosh,
This
she
was
does.
because she did another one. It's like something Olga Goes West or something like that. That's not it. But she did another movie right after she kind of was done with Parks and Rec and all that. And where she plays a crazy person, but it's still funny, but it's a
You
little more
somewhere
serious.
Craig, not Craig, but the black guy from where he's like
No.
Oh, not that one?
That
Okay.
one's fine. That's
Yeah.
on Netflix, right?
Okay, I'm just trying to remember what film you're talking about off the top of your head. That's all. I'm sorry.
And then there's Black Bear, and it was like she was trying to like make a serious. You know, she was trying to kind of expand on what she's capable of, or what people think she's capable of. And I think Black Bear is awesome. It's on Hulu.
and she
I
just did
believe.
Emily too, or Emily the criminal.
Emily
So it's
Go-
like,
oh, okay, yeah,
like
yeah.
that's just Netflix. I'm just saying, like she's been like I think she's trying to.
Well, she's earned it at this point because she's doing a movie with fucking the Godfather director Francis Ford Coppola right now. So like she did it. She broke through the comedy. Like she's actually like a legitimate, she's just a real actor now. Wait,
Yeah. She's in
she's-
Operation Fortune Rescue. That's got this new one that's coming up.
Yeah.
Of course, she's in there. White Lotus. I'm trying to find the one where it's with Craig Davison, or not Craig. Is
Yeah, it's like somebody's name. They go
Yeah.
to like a hotel.
Yeah, it was so good though. But yeah, she's Black Bear. I don't know. Like, if you guys haven't seen this, she's on another level right now. I'm gonna watch everything she does because I think that she's that good of an actress. She's going to be putting these other actresses that are still out, like Nicole Kidman, Weiss Riley, going to bury them. She's going to bury them. Like, she's like, I mean, I don't know what else to say, man. Because like you watch these people develop, just like
Chris Pratt.
Dakota Fanning. You see all these people, like you've seen her from Parks and Recs, like just this little innocent Puerto Rican girl who has a death stare that got her to where she's at now. It's like, oh my gosh, like she's like blossomed. Chris Pratt, everybody from Parks and Recs. I keep saying that. I keep going back to Parks and Recs because it's one of those series. Like
I remember I was watching 30 Rock, and she's like a page in it,
right?
in like
or
one
Arrested
episode.
Development. All these
Yeah.
people were young ass stars. Michael Cera and all these people are
Yeah.
just so freaking young. And now you look at them, they're like, Audrey Plaza is like one of the ones that are just like
Transcended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Black Bear, must watch.
Or another good one, because I'm watching Party Down, has a lot of this Freaks and Geeks.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
That one
Another
put
one.
on a million people, you know. What are you rating it?
I'm gonna smashed it.
Oh yeah, it's a smash.
It's a smash. It's a straight smash. Like I like even the cover of the actual looks fire. Like you
Is
know,
it?
like
It's on Hulu, right? Is that what it's on?
Prime.
Prime.
I
Prime's
wa-
got some
Prime.
nice
I watched Prime.
thrillers.
I watched Black Phone on Prime. Strays was on Netflix, and The Murdoch was on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been on Prime a little bit after watching The Peripheral.
Yeah.
So I've been kind of hanging out over there a little bit.
They're real good with horror. That's like their bag. I'm gonna do these quick. Last two things. Party Down has come back after 10 years with season 3. Basically has everybody except for one of the female leads. She was in a ton of shit, but I think she'll probably end up coming back. It sounds like they talked about her a lot.
It's like the dude from Billionaire. It's the redhead guy. He's coming back in the new seasons. They said you can only keep those the people originals.
away. Yeah,
that
because
are-
it's not the same.
Yeah.
But I do like the first episode. Feels like they're right back
Back at
into
it.
it. It feels same pacing, same comedy. I was so happy about that because I recently started watching Party Down, finished it, and there's only 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's only
it's on Hulu. Super funny. It's like Arrested Development if they could like curse and have boobs and stuff, you know. So it's
Shout out Arrested
kind of
Development.
next level because of that.
But the
It's,
fact
like,
that it was so
underrated.
good without doing that, though.
Right. Oh,
That's
yeah.
how crazy it is.
And I that's another show a lot of stars came out of. Jason Bateman,
Yep.
notably, just won an award for Ozark. But Party Down, I mean, it's on Stars. It's got me fucking pulling up Stars, but also Yellow Jackets, I believe, is on Stars. It might be on Showtime. I don't know.
I don't ever
but
watch that one.
I've just been on my shit, but I highly recommend this show. At least watch the ones on Hulu because it's just funny. It's little 20, 30-minute bits. It's right back into it. Jeffree Star from Freaks and Geeks is in Party Down. And then Adam Scott, of course. But
Can't have him without Adam Scott. in
yeah,
there.
but then Jane Lynch is in it. There's a bunch of stars, and of course there's like new people, you know, like
You gotta
new
merge it
current
up,
people,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is like great because so much has changed in 10 years, and I feel like they harp on that.
Right. It seemed like Jackass tried to merge new people into the group. It just didn't
You
work.
weren't feeling it?
Nah.
I struggle to even watch the Jackass stuff these days.
When you're trying to pass it down to the next generation, you don't even know who they
I just
are.
feel bad for like the like Steve-O and shit. Like Johnny Knoxville has to like pee out of a bag, you know, like it's just rough. Okay, one more thing I added late because I remembered as you were talking. Babylon. Babylon is actually pretty good. It's super long. I think you should watch it, even though it's like over 3 hours long. You know, just 2 sittings.
Yeah, 2 sittings. That's what I got to do that one in.
It's singing in the rain. If you, it's just like
in the rain.
Yes.
Singing in the rain. I just love the favorite use of that song is in Clockwork Orange when he's kicking home dude's ass.
Yeah.
And he's singing that song. I love that part. It's like, yo, how can you be so fucked up and sing a song so happy?
Yeah, that's kind of the point. But this movie was a huge flop. It came out the same Christmas Day, same day as like Avatar. I guess it's really raunchy. It's real violent. I mean, disgusting. Honestly, I mean, it's Babylon. You know, it's about Hollywood and kind of the worst parts of it, and it follows basically 3 characters. Brad Pitt, who is an aging star. Like he's kind of like the, you know, Clark Gable type guy, classic actor, who's getting phased out. You have the new girl, Margot Robbie, who's just like kind of like almost like, and this is before Marilyn Monroe, but kind of like an early Marilyn Monroe type, I guess. And then this other guy, I forgot his name. He's a Latino actor. It's his first movie, I'm pretty sure. And he is basically starts out as like a server, and then becomes a PA, and then climbs the Hollywood ladder, and learns quickly that the magic of being on a Hollywood set is just as fake as the movies are. And it's actually very good. I mean, it's not a perfect movie. Yeah, it should have been cut down, but at the same time, nowadays, all these movies are fucking long as fuck.
Right.
You know? I guess because people are willing to sit down and watch a 7-episode, hour-long each series.
Right.
They're like, why can't we just have 1 3-hour movie? Because apparently Scorsese's Killer of the Flower Moon, that's the new Scorsese Leonardo DiCaprio movie, is like 3 hours and 40 minutes on Apple. So I don't know. It's good though. It looks great. It made me want to make movies, just like The Fableman. You know, like all these movies about movies are some of my favorites. I'm a little biased, but it's cool to see how things were. This takes place before sound was in movies, so you have all these epic sets, but you have to have the title cards, and it's about the transition into actually having sound and stuff like that. And there's some great scenes in it. I'm gonna give it 3 swipes. It's solid. It's a great movie. It'll I think have legs. I just think when you flop that hard, because I mean I thought it must have been a piece of shit. I went in thinking, and maybe that's why I like it, because I went in thinking this has got to be horrible. You know,
Right.
like what a joke. It was a financial disaster, and like Tobey Maguire's in it, and he's one of the head producers. He lost money. You know. But then I watched it and I was like, oh, it's actually pretty fucking good. You know, it's wild. Makes you want to do drugs and drink and, I don't know, holler at prostitutes, I guess. I mean, it's Babylon.
Oh, gosh.
So check it out. I'll 3 swipe it. Paramount Plus. Why not? You know?
Yeah, why not?
Margot Robbie always kills it. What's always fascinating to me, though, is that she's Australian, but
Right.
always does a Brooklyn accent. Like, every time. But that is Babylon, and then we're going to go out on my guy, Channel 3. He has a song called All My Friends, a little house music. He just dropped the albums. This song's pretty cool, but his EP is not that good, I'm not going to lie. Babylon.
And that's the show. See you next time.